Hey guys, today we got a Lucian example for positioning in a team fight, so let's get right into it. So we've got Lucian right here, and the enemy team is over here. We see them. Oops, wrong one. So we can see 3 of them right here, and if we go to full vision we can see Jinx is down here and Lee's in the base, but Lucian sees 3 of them, right? Looks like Teemo wants to recall. I would take that as a sign that like you should just leave, because Teemo looks like he wants to recall. Additionally, your general like macro positioning, if you just like look at your team, like this is like your safe zone because you got 2 teammates back here. At least you're behind Shen, but like you guys are all kind of spread out, and like this is not a great time to fight. Like also your Master Yi is dead, so like this is where people get in a lot of trouble, like when they push up this far and like a teammate's dead. And like even if you force people to back or kill them or whatever, like they're gonna respawn and buy home guards and stuff or heal up like this Lee, and they're gonna like just, you know, run down the lane at you because they're closer to their base than you are to yours, right? So in this situation, I probably would have just left, okay? But we'll see how it plays out. So I'm gonna leave your vision on, right? Because it's still a 3v4. Braum ult is down. That happened before this clip. Rumble ult is down. You have a really good job of positioning here out of Rumble ult, right? But you got hit with Braum Q, and you're gonna eat this torpedo, harpoon, whatever the hell it's called. And you're just getting chipped down, and there's no sustain on your team. So again, looking pretty dire, and I would just leave. And so right there you E'd in and took the second harpoon to the face for no reason, which I don't really like, because you're just taking more free harass. You could have used that E to sit here and like, I mean, you could have, like if this wasn't here, you could E this way and dodge his harpoon, but since this is the Rumble ultimate is here, I would have just stayed back and waited out the harpoon. But in a situation where this ultimate wasn't here, right, you could have, since you were standing here, you could have waited for him to harpoon and then dash this way and dodge the damage and then walked up and hit him anyway. So that's something you want to think about. Basically here, you dashed up, and that made his distance to shoot the harpoon like this, which is like nothing, so it's a guaranteed extra damage. So like you're missing a lot of your health right now, and that's from the Braum Q and the Rumble E and the Rumble E. And the one Rumble, like you could have dodged all of them, but this Rumble E was the easiest one to dodge because you could have just stayed back, right? And this matters. So, again, so right here, when you see Braum jump in, right? Like, you need to not use your ultimate, the culling, because he's going to just drop his shield. And Rumble is positioned very well. Shen is out of position, I would say, because you guys are all here. And you know Rek'Sai is over here too, so I'm not sure why you guys are going aggressively, right? Because you saw Rek'Sai's vision, like you saw her right here, and then she went that way. So you know she's like over here somewhere. So she could be coming from like behind you, which is like really scary. Or she could just like roll up this way and like use her tunnel to get over here and like knock you up really easily. So this whole situation is really bad. Plus, you don't see Jinx. I mean, we see Jinx on the screen, but you don't see Jinx because of your vision. But like, you have to assume, again, because you're so close to the base, she's around here. Anyway, so this is not a good time to use the culling, right? If you want to use the culling on Rumble to follow up on the Shen taunt, which is still not that great, but it's better than nothing, you want to walk this way, right? And then fire the culling at Rumble this way when he's taunted, or, you know, Rumble's probably going to end up, I imagine, retreating this way or this way. This way. Because Shen has so much more health than him. So if he fired the culling in this general direction, you could walk with Rumble as he walked this way or that way and probably still hit him. But now Braum's going to block like your whole ult pretty much. Right? So that sucks. Now right here, okay, so let me just go back to the vision again. It's this one, right? Yeah, so you don't see Jinx still, but you know she's here, right? I mean, you have to, because she threw out Flame Chompers and she threw out Zap, right? So you know she's here, okay? Jinx is alive and Lee is alive, and they're not even here yet, right? And you guys are already missing, like, chunks of your health. Morg is probably going to get chipped out here. Shen has no taunt for a while. He's starting to get chunked. And Lee Sin and Jinx are going to come in with full health. Jinx is already behind you guys, which is really bad. And that means Lee is probably going to come down this way. And you guys are just going to get pinched in here. Right? So, like, really bad. At this point, you want to evaluate the situation and say, we need to leave. Maybe go for the Braum kill, but the ideal is just get out. Like, you just want to leave. Because this is just not going to end very well, right? But if we have to pursue, you want to go this way, try to get the Braum kill, and since Jinx is, like, positioned kind of well, but also really awkwardly, you want to then try to probably exit this way, or exit this way. Very quickly. And you still have to watch out for Rek'Sai and everything. So, and you see Rek'Sai. Yeah, you see Rek'Sai again, right? So, let's see what happens. So, you have no summoners, no abilities. You just have your Q. And you're going for Braum still. Braum stops. Now, you could have very easily... Well, this is another problem with the situation. Like, you could have cut up and Teemo would have... Or Shen or Teemo would have blocked that Q, but then you wouldn't have gotten this Q off and he probably wouldn't have died. So it's like a trade-off there. But now you're getting chunked again. All the damage you've taken has been preventable, by the way. Like, just to clarify. So it's a Braum Q, a Braum Q, a Rumble E, and a Rumble E, right? That's literally all the damage that you've taken. So you could be at full health right now. At least with this one, you pick up a kill, right? So Braum is dead. Okay? So now you want to reassess the situation, right? And we'll go back to your vision. Yeah. So, I mean, we know that given the information that you have as the player, right? You see Lee. Jinx is over here somewhere, or maybe going this way, you don't know. Okay? Rumble is going to heal, and then he's going to home guard back in and wreck you guys. And Rek'Sai is probably like here somewhere, right? Because you saw her go this way, and then this way, and then you saw her walk up this way. Or at least you had the information to determine that. So what you need to do now is make a decision and decide if you're going to go retreat this way to Morgana, which is probably smarter, or go this way into Jinx with... I mean, you've got 3 people here, but like it depends what they do. My personal opinion, I would go this way because you've got Morgana here who has full health. She has Black Shield. She can probably save your ass. And if you go this way, like any number of things can happen. Like, first of all, these 2 characters, Teemo and Lee, are not going to like prioritize saving you. They're going to prioritize getting out or getting a kill. Whereas Morgana is more likely to help you since she's your support. So I would retreat this way. But if you retreat this way, you need to go like right now, right? So, oops. Okay, so now, given new information, Rek'Sai's coming in, right? Rek'Sai has a knock-up, like, right area of, like, this, right? Like, all of this area. So all she has to do is, like, walk over here and knock you up. You should immediately... Now, like, let's go back to the other circumstances. Like, before, you're like, oh, I can go this way or this way. But now, this way is not even an option. Like... This is not good, right? Because if you go this way, you're just going to get knocked up. Jinx is probably going to start auto-attacking you, zapping you, ulting you, whatever. And then Rumble's going to come in, and Lee's going to come in. So now you have to go this way. So you should immediately start running this way, right? That's the only play in this scenario. And unfortunately, your Relentless Pursuit is not up again. So let's look at your positioning. You continue running. And then Rek'Sai knocks you up, right? And I'll turn vision on. And then Jinx ults. Oops. Jinx ults, and then everything just like goes to shit. So now, if you do look, Rek'Sai is really low and Rumble's low. If you had gone this way, you would have not got knocked up by Rek'Sai. Right? And you would have been about like here, and then Not getting knocked out by Rek'Sai was another chunk of damage you would have taken, and then you could have kept walking this way. You would have not got hit by Jinx ult, right? And then your Relentless Pursuit would have been up, your dash, and then you could have gone this way, and now you'd be here behind Morgana. And then when Jinx came in, you could focus Jinx. You could probably race her and kill her because she's just getting stacks of Pow Pow right now, and she burned her flash. And if you look, like, Lee is low, Rek'Sai's low, and Rumble's low, who's over here. So you probably could have, like, aced them and cleaned this up, honestly. Like, it wasn't a hopeless situation. Because, like, Jinx, you have to also look, like, she's focusing Teemo, and then she's going to focus Morgana, and then she's probably going to focus Shen, because they're, like, all low. You would have been over here. And also, if we go back to the other things we talked about, like getting poked out, you could have been at full health in this situation easily. Like, very easily. All that stuff was dodgeable. Rek'Sai going up on you, you had like a second there, and also your positioning was too far up. You ran into Rek'Sai, and then on the other side of that was you got hit with the abilities that we talked about, those 4 abilities. So you could have been at full health right now and gotten like a pentakill, or not pentakill, but you could have killed like 4 people and aced them. So just something to think about, how little things can affect the team fight going forward.